let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time.
Ryan Garcia is a star, a phenom turned celebrity with 9 million Instagram followers, big brand endorsements, and limitless potential. But despite his young age, he understands the rub of being a boxer. Though built from hundreds of fights, both the literal and figurative kinds, one can end up being defined by a single night. With that knowledge, Garcia isn't going to leave anything to chance.
We got a long way to go. This is just the beginning. Everything gotta be tough. Bring it on. Let's go, baby. He's never seen determination like this in his life. He can't fathom how to get like this. He don't have this mentality like me. It's all laughter at the press conference, but when it comes to the hard work, that's why I'm here.
I gotta outwork this, man. I gotta be ready. You trust in the truth. That's why I learned to run this whole journey. Is like, you trust the truth, trust your work, and trust in yourself, and you'll be okay.
Let me tell you something absolutely wild. Ryan Garcia might actually be serious this time. I know, we've heard this song before, we've seen the Instagram posts, we've watched the training montages set to motivational music that made us think maybe this is it.
Today's our cardio day, baby. So stuff that we're doing today is not traditional, right? We're gonna be moving fast. We got 10 rounds, we got 30 seconds, simulating a 3-minute round with a minute break in between. Y'all better stop playing and get ready. All right, so here we go. Our first workout on this 10 rounds. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get down low, we're gonna explode, right? Which is gonna work that serratus muscle. So when Ryan takes his shot, everything is coming through here, and it's also known as the big boxer muscle. There it is. That's what we do. Damn, only halfway. You already did 100 of them. There you go. Come on.
Only to witness the same old chaos unfold when the lights got bright and the pressure mounted. But something feels different now, and I'm not talking about a new haircut or a fresh tattoo or another cryptic tweet that sends boxing Twitter into a frenzy. I'm talking about a fundamental shift in the eyes of a man who stared into the abyss of his own potential and finally realized he was the only thing standing between himself and greatness.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling focused. I'm feeling electric. I'm feeling that this is my moment in life. This is the time to give everything I got. As the fight gets closer, I get more confident because the illusion starts disappearing and I can see what I have to do. And I just gain more and more confidence and more drive every day. I get more hungry every day. And my focus builds up every day. So the closer to the fight, you're gonna see even more ferociousness. He hasn't had a reach this deep. He's not ready for me at all.
Go, baby, drive, get, baby. Good work. Woo. I'm 215 pounds. You pulling me like,
Once he gets in that mode, it's over.
Look good.
I got numerous NFL guys, MLB guys, and he has a mindset far beyond all of them kids, which is crazy. Go! He's gonna be as fast as he can be, as strong as he can be. We're gonna get the knockout.
Go.
10 more. 10 more.
10 more.
Go, ready, go. There you go.
You won't tire 10 more. 10 more. Until I've done 1 million.
Messed with the wrong Instagram fighter.
And after I beat him, 10 more. That's my mentality right now.
And controlled speed is scarier than wild speed every single time. You can see it in the way he throws now. No extra movement, no wasted energy, just sharp, deliberate shots like he's rehearsing consequences, not highlights. It almost feels uncomfortable how serious he looks, like the entertainment layer got switched off and the competitor took over the controls.
Ryan Garcia we're seeing in this training camp isn't the flashy, Instagram-obsessed pretty boy who treated preparation like a photo shoot. This is a fighter who looks like he's discovered discipline for the first time in his life. And honestly, it's both inspiring and slightly terrifying because if this version of Garcia is real, the entire welterweight division should be very, very concerned. Gone are the days of partying until sunrise, showing up to the gym whenever he felt like it, treating his suspension like an extended vacation where consequences were just suggestions from people who didn't understand his genius.
Eclectic in taste, singular in nature, and always his own man.
Got real deeply in touch with my native roots a couple years ago. I just wanted something, that at the end of the day represented me, represented everything, that I stood for.
This Ryan Garcia admits his mistakes with the kind of brutal honesty that makes you do a double take, openly confessing to drinking and partying during his time away from the ring, acknowledging that he wasted precious years of his athletic prime chasing temporary highs instead of permanent glory. But here's where it gets juicy.
Most of my Aztec days. First one I got was Ocelo, and Heka, Malanali, Quetzalcoatl, Tecpat, got this right here on my forearm, Mictlantecuhtli, my neck with short sleeve, the Aztec symbol for the flower. This is stuff that, we didn't get to learn, in the history books in school, but, it's, at the end of the day, it's.
Garcia claims this training camp represents a complete reset, a total rebirth, a phoenix rising from the ashes moment that sounds almost too good to be true, except we're seeing it with our own eyes. Every punch he throws now looks intentional, calculated, thrown with purpose rather than for the cameras. The showboating has been replaced with surgical precision. The emotional outbursts have given way to cold, focused determination.
For this camp, they're 11th together. Virgil Hunter continues to emphasize discipline, to complement his fighter's intrinsic passion.
Get the defense out, you gotta remember. Move ahead.
It's a balance the Hall of Fame trainer understands well, from his days working in the probation department of Alameda County.
30 years in the probation department. I've worked with the roughest, toughest gang members and criminals that you can imagine.
We'll get the follow through that right hand.
Transferring that over to boxing, I think it gave me a lot of advantages to understand pretty much everything about a young man.
And suddenly the kid who everyone wrote off as a social media star playing dress-up in boxing gloves looks like an actual legitimate threat. But wait, before we crown Ryan Garcia as boxing's most incredible comeback story, let's talk about the elephant in the ring, Mario Barrios. See, while everyone's been obsessed with Garcia's transformation narrative, Barrios and his legendary coach Joe Goossen have been quietly, methodically constructing what might be the perfect blueprint to
some stuff, that I'm being stubborn about when I'm in the ring. He knows exactly how to get through to me. And that's when I work my best.
One mistake. And then we on the short end of this. You gotta narrow those mistake markers in. Don't let him get it. You don't create the opportunity for him. Force him to create it for himself if you don't get it. So you gotta watch him every night and you see what he does and that stays in your mind. You reach your bag, I can tell you watching it. Go ahead.
Expose every crack in Garcia's supposedly new armor. Goossen knows Garcia's old system inside and out. He understands the rhythms, the patterns, the moments where Garcia historically crumbles under pressure. And that knowledge is absolutely dangerous in the hands of a fighter like Barrios, who's built like a guided missile with the patience of a sniper.
You know what? I think it's a perfect fight for Ryan. I think when you look at the guys that hold the championships, you can look, I believe he has a chance to win this, bro, and become a world champion for the first time in his career. I think it's the perfect opponent when you look at all the other champions. If he can't win this fight, I think it'd be hard-pressed for him.
Barrios isn't some wild, reckless brawler who's going to rush in and give Garcia the highlight reel knockout that makes for great Instagram content. No, Barrios is the kind of fighter who will systematically break you down, round by round, testing your resolve, probing for weaknesses, waiting for that exact moment when your new discipline falters and your old habits resurface.
You look at the power of Barrios, it's not really devastating. When you look at his boxing ability, he's a good fighter, but nothing really sticks out as great. I just think he's a solid fighter, but I just don't think he's the
He's durable, he's tough, he's steady, and most importantly, he's prepared specifically for this version of Ryan Garcia, which means all that transformation might not matter if Barrios has already figured out how to neutralize it before the opening bell even rings.
So I think that rights a lot of wrong in Ryan Garcia's career, man. He holds a belt, an established belt, and he can, the sky's the limit with a Ryan Garcia holding a belt in boxing, a real legitimate, recognizable belt. It just puts him up there with the stars.
The strategic approach from Team Barrios is absolutely fascinating because they're not just preparing for Garcia's flashy speed and power. They're preparing for the moments when Garcia loses composure, when the pressure builds, when the old Ryan threatens to resurface, and that's when Barrios plans to strike with the precision of a surgeon performing a career-ending operation. Now here's where Antonio Tarver drops the truth bomb that nobody wants to hear, but everyone needs to understand.
They're much different, you know, after that year of suspension, it was much different circumstances. You know, I was coming off of suspension, and during that suspension, I was drinking and partying and doing whatever I want for all the way through until they told me that I had to fight. My instincts told me not to. My body wasn't well, you know, it had a lot of toxins in it, as you could imagine. A lot of stupid that I did.
If Ryan Garcia can't beat Mario Barrios, he's not beating the elite champions in this division, period. Tarver, who's seen it all and done it all in boxing, calls this the perfect fight for Garcia, which sounds like a compliment, until you realize it's actually the ultimate pressure test wrapped in a warning label. Tarver describes Barrios as solid rather than devastating.
What are you visualizing with Barrios?
Oh, that's gonna be a great fight.
But you don't have any bad blood with Barrios. He's like a nice guy,
No,
right?
I mean, I don't even really, I don't see Barrios. I just see an opponent that I need to beat. So it's not really about Barrios. Barrios, great, probably great human, great person, but I don't see him as like right there as him. I just see an opponent, and that's it.
And that single word choice, solid, is doing some absolutely brutal heavy lifting, because what he's really saying is that Barrios represents the baseline, the standard, the minimum level Garcia must surpass if he has any business talking about facing the killers at the top of the division. This isn't a tune-up fight against some journeyman brought in to rebuild Garcia's confidence. This is a legitimate litmus test that will reveal whether all this talk about transformation is backed by actual substance, or if it's just another chapter in the Ryan Garcia promotional circus, where the hype is always more impressive than the reality. The pressure on Garcia is suffocating, because everyone's watching to see if the new discipline holds when adversity strikes. If the focus remains when Barrios starts landing body shots that make you question every life choice that led you to this moment. If the controlled demeanor survives when the fight doesn't go according to plan and you need to dig deep into reserves you've never properly developed, because you were too busy living the celebrity lifestyle instead of suffering in the gym. This fight represents something bigger than just another bout on the boxing calendar. It's a career checkpoint, a moment of reckoning where Ryan Garcia either validates his rebirth or exposes it as nothing more than sophisticated marketing for a fighter who will always be more potential than production. Can Garcia's reborn discipline withstand Barrios' calculated pressure and systematic game plan designed specifically to exploit the weaknesses that have defined Garcia's entire career? Will the talent that's undeniable finally be organized into an actual weapon capable of competing with the division's elite? Or will Barrios' durability and strategic approach reveal that underneath all the transformation talk, the same old Ryan Garcia is still there, still vulnerable, still waiting to self-destruct when the stakes get too high? The boxing world is holding its collective breath because we want to believe in redemption stories. We want to believe that people can change, that wasted potential can be reclaimed, that discipline can be learned even after years of running wild. But we've also been burned before by fighters who promised change and delivered more of the same disappointment. And Ryan Garcia's track record suggests we should approach this transformation with healthy skepticism wrapped in cautious optimism. What makes this fight absolutely unmissable is that we're finally going to get answers to questions that have haunted Garcia's career since the beginning. Is he a legitimate championship-level fighter or just a social media star with fast hands? Can he handle adversity in the ring, or does he crumble when things get difficult? Will the new Ryan Garcia show up? Or will the old one inevitably resurface when Mario Barrios starts implementing the game plan that's been designed specifically to break him? April can't come fast enough because one way or another, we're about to find out if Ryan Garcia's transformation is real, or if this is just another chapter in boxing's most dramatic, frustrating, and endlessly fascinating soap opera.